This book honestly changed my life and my attitude towards alcohol. I've read it 3 times now. I might well be due a fourth read. Like, I always seem to find something new in it. It's just such a great book, and it's non-fiction too. And it's actually quite good for this time of year. Maybe I think it's good any time of year, but I know like lots of people try and do dry January and like quit things. So I'm in the middle of my overshare January, in which I'm posting a video every day about, very random things. So today I wanted to share my favourite book, and it is Holly Whitaker, Drink Like a Woman. I don't drink alcohol, but I used to. I used to drink it a lot. I used to drink a lot of alcohol all of the time. Yes, I did. And then I think, what was it, 2016, I quit for a few years, for like 3.5 years. And then in 2019, I think I started again, slowly. And I never, while I was lucky never to reach the same levels as I had been drinking before I first quit, I just didn't like how it made me feel anymore. And yet, it's addictive. It's addictive. So it was hard to quit again. I'd like stop, start. This book, though, I don't know, it's amazing because it's political as well. So yes, sure, you've got the quit lit, you've got the story, the personal story, but it's also deeply political, and it's feminist, and it's freaking fantastic. When I first got it, I remember thinking, I don't like the cover. I wish I had the American cover, which is very different. Maybe I'll put a visual on the screen. It's very different to this one. But it took me, I think it was, I don't know, halfway through my first read or second read when I was like, oh, I get the cover now. I get the cover. Now I get the cover. Lady parts, innit? Quit Like a Woman, the radical choice not to drink in a culture obsessed with alcohol. And I'll just read what it says to you on the back. We live in a society obsessed with health and wellness, yet no one ever questions alcohol's ubiquity. The only thing ever questioned is why people don't drink, as if it's a qualifier for belonging, and women in particular are being aggressively targeted as the new market by the alcohol industry, which she goes on to refer to as Big Alco. Big Alco, I think, Big Alcohol. Big, like Big Pharma, Big Alco, Big Alcohol. But there's some serious research in here. There is some serious research in here, and, from like the way that cigarettes were first marketed to women, when the big tobacco industry wanted to have more customers. So it's very strategically marketed to feminists. Like, if they could get some like strong feminist women smoking cigarettes at protests, this would be really good publicity for the cigarette. And we smoked. Alcohol went through a similar thing and continues to. It's always looking for new markets. We are the new markets. And I feel like maybe today, like younger generations, like, I don't know, maybe Gen Z, maybe millennials, are maybe less drinking culture orientated, but my generation, the Gen Xers, we were large in it. We were large in it. A Ladette culture. We went in and we went hard, and we did not go home. And listen, I had a really good time. But it also got really scary, and it also got really dark. And I remember being one of those, when I was like deep in my drinking days, I remember being very suspicious of people who didn't drink alcohol. Like, they were bad people. Like, what do you mean? Like, why? What's wrong with you? I'm very suspicious. Now I'm that person. And it's lovely over here. But yeah, I highly recommend this book, whether you're thinking about quitting alcohol or not, because it's just so fascinating. I mean, I could open probably... Oh, yeah. Talking of the cigarettes, I could open pretty much any random page and find some gold on here. And here we've got we make Virginia Slims especially for women because they are biologically superior to men. And just look at some of these ad campaigns. I will put pictures up on the screen because I don't think this is going to do it justice. Isn't that crazy? Like, we became... Yeah, okay, so... Yeah. One of the first large-scale influencer campaigns came from American Tobacco's quest to get new women smokers, and this publicity stunt is why the cigarette became the emblem of feminist rebellion. Big Tobacco played us into believing smoking was symbolic of our liberation, the same way alcohol interests later played us into believing our drinking symbolized this too. The type of marketing that sold the cigarette to us as a political statement and a fashion accessory is known as engineered consent, a spectacular feat of public relations or propaganda that tricks us into believing our behaviours, tastes, and preferences are chosen not by the machinations of men in boardrooms, but by our own volition. There's just gold on every single page. I mean, yes, she also has like tips on like giving up and like how to fill your life. But for me, what really sold me, and I'd read many quit lit books before that I love as well. In fact, Catherine Gray is quoted on the back of here, and she's got like The Unexpected Joy of Being Sober, which I thought was a great book as well. I've read so many of them, but this was my favourite one, and this one is the only one that I've read and read and read again and will read. I kind of want to read it right now because it's just mind-boggling how manipulated we are. This is not me having a big rant like nobody should ever drink alcohol. I don't, it's not for me anymore. That's not what this is. But if you're anything like me, you sometimes might need a bigger reason than yourself to give something up. This is full of those bigger reasons because politically it is a radical act to not fund this industry. Holly Whitaker, is also amazing because she got a lot of flack for this. I think both from the alcohol industry and also from Alcohol Anonymous, AA, because she was quite critical of AA for herself. Like, it is quite a patriarchal institution in a way. I don't think that would be wrong to say. I mean, it was started by men for men at a time when like women drinkers wasn't really a concept. The wives of drinkers, but actual women drinkers weren't really a concept. So, but she speaks in this book quite openly about how and why it didn't work for her, and how accepting, leaving your ego on the floor, which is one essential tenet of Alcoholics Anonymous, isn't necessarily right for women because our egos are often already on the floor. So it's basically it works very well for white men. And don't get me wrong, there are lots of other people who fall into different demographics for whom it does work really, really well, but it doesn't work for everyone, and it didn't work for her. And I've been in those rooms and it didn't really work for me. I love listening to people's stories, but I never found that brotherhood or sisterhood. There I saw male friends of mine get from it. So she took a lot of flack, and her journey isn't over. Like a lot of these writers, they come out with their memoir, their quit lit book, and then they only have to maintain that image of being like sober forever. Her journey really isn't over. Like you can follow her on Substack. She's very open about her journey, and the ups and downs of it. And I think she's an amazing human. This is an amazing book, and I highly recommend it. And thank you, 1111.